What is extremely rare but people think it's very common? Successfully saving someone trapped by a fire via re-entering a burning building. The mortality rate for this is really high and fire departments have petitioned to stop showing this in movies because it usually results in another life being lost. Amnesia. It's common in fiction because it's convenient in ways that makes things easy for the writers. For example, explaining why someone's dark past is a secret which can be revealed later at the climax of the story. In real life it's very rare and doesn't work like people think it does. Casting director here. Having a career in acting. I don't mean being famous. I mean paying your bills with acting alone. I would hazard being an exclusively working actor is about 1% of actors. But the amount of people still going into acting tells me people think otherwise. Your kid becoming a pro, or even college, athlete. Stranger abductions of children represent less than 1% of all missing child cases. In the US, at least, they're mostly runaways or family abductions. Blimps, there are only around 25 left. Being awake during a surgery under general anesthesia. Patients worry about it all the time. But I've been doing this 19 years and never seen a real case of this. Kids given drugs at Halloween. Successfully suing a company for millions. Some Redditors will have you believe that any minor inconvenience should earn you some kind of massive payout, and the comments will assure you that the company will do anything to avoid bad PR. Green eyes. Not sure if I'd really say rare, but I think a lot of people think it's common for legislators to introduce bills with the intention of trying to pass them. But for most representatives, they're introducing bills that they know will never pass so they can show their constituents they stuck to their campaign promises and blame it on the other side, when they never even really did anything to even try to get it a hearing. I work in policy, and when I first started I knew it was bad. But dear God, it's even worse than I thought. Helium. Savant abilities in autism. We have Rain Man to thank for that. Largely. But there are big questions as to whether the guy this was based on actually should have been diagnosed with something other than ASD. A business becoming profitable within 2 years. Be patient. It takes time. Years. Businesses only fail if they have to be shut down. Keep them alive. Ride out the time factor. And enjoy success down the road. Natural triplets. Shark attacks resulting in death. Making a living off just your art alone. Musicians. Artists. Filmmakers. Dancers. That whole lot. What we see on TV and movies are the cream of the crop. Not that they are necessarily the best. Mind you, they've just risen up somehow. And are a very small percentage. Most artists of whatever medium will stay in relative obscurity, i.e. you're a regional act. You gain some glint of fame. And yes, admiration. Even inspiring others, but when you're not on tour, when you're not in the studio, you're working a job that pays the bills. I think the key to success here is that you find a job you like, are good at, and allows you to do your art without interference. That way, when you're 45 and your band still hasn't broke through, or your art isn't commanding tens of thousands, you're not just stuck stocking shelves at the grocery. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It just pays piss poor. Going missing in the Bermuda Triangle. Healthy relationships without putting in work. Being offered free drugs. I was told by a talking giraffe that I would be offered free drugs left and right. I feel very cheated.
If you enjoyed this video, Please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.